Hey, it's Sebastian for the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I had the pleasure to be joined by.
This is Christian from Necrofier.
It's great to be chatting today. The album's been out a matter of days. How are you feeling?
Feeling good about everything. It's off to a good start. A lot of good feedback. I like the record, so other people's opinions aren't really the best. Well, like, don't matter that much, but it's cool to see people like it.
Absolutely. Transcend Into Oblivion. That's not an album title. That's a bit of a threat, yeah? What exactly are you trying to make us transcend to, and what's waiting in the oblivion?
Uh, the record is it's about like a Luciferian dark night of the soul. So it's through like awakening and struggle and change is like the way the albums broke up. So basically, like ascending and like transcending into oblivion is just kind of like leaving what you used to be and moving into like moving on.
So, if this new album had a warning label, what would it say?
I don't know. Just some 90s shit, explicit content would be nice. Just to
Yeah.
keep it simple, yeah.
The emotional core of this record, you sort of answered that. I mean, it's rage, rebirth, revenge, and revelation, isn't it? Or is it something darker in there as well?
I mean, the awakening and like ascension are kind of the beginning and end, but like the like torment and struggle is the middle of the record. So it's kind of instead of just being like one constant uh like the same kind of theme throughout the record, it's kind of like a journey more than just like one thing.
So, did you manage to do anything special on release day?
Um, Not really. Had a couple beers. We didn't like record release. We're gonna do like a little while down the road, like just set up the next month or a couple. So it's more just kind of like just kind of relaxed. Like I think it's finally out kind of thing.
Cool.
With records, like it takes a while. Like once from completion to figure out where it's going, and then from pressing, and then like all the other stuff. So it's like this record's like very old for me. So the fact it's finally out, I'm like this, great. All right, cool.
A lot of musicians seem to say that these
Yeah.
days.
It's just, it just takes, anytime I feel like it's always taken a long time. So I feel most musicians, by the time any album comes out, they're, mostly a lot of them are over it already. They're like, yeah, like I wrote that stuff 2 years ago, recorded it a year ago, and now it's out. Yay.
Yeah, but it's like next, yeah. So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
got
like I'm already thinking about the next record instead of
that's
thinking about that.
that's the next question actually. So yeah, this album's literally just come out days ago. Are the plans already for a further release?
There will be another record. We haven't started working on it yet. Last time between this record and the previous record, I feel like I went straight into writing a bunch of stuff, and we were, I kind of had a good idea. And this time, I've kind of just let it sit to see kind of what like the absence gives us instead of just kind of going into it, like forcefully making myself not work on it.
Go back to this album then. Can you tell us a little bit about the artwork and other plans to have that framed?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it framed for sure. Like Jose Gabriel is one of my favorite artists, and we were looking like we were going one direction. We ended up wanting to go a different one, and I really wanted to use him, except I didn't. I got in contact with him really quick, and he was. We just gave him the concept of the record, and I did all the stuff. I couldn't be happier with how it turned out, and being able to use him.
So Texas sent to Norway, and of course black metal scene. It must be very different. When did you first become aware of black metal, and what was your first black metal album?
I think my first black metal record was probably it was a Satyricon record. I'm for sure. I just can't remember which one. But it was like somewhere like early 2000s. Um, yeah, but Texas and Norway are, yeah, it's a way different thing. The like my family is from Norway, like they immigrated over
Yeah.
here like about 100 years ago. But so maybe that ties me to it a little more than some other things. But yeah, Texas. I mean, I've been to Norway like several times, and culture, weather, everything's different, like drastically different.
Yeah, I can imagine because I mean it's just like mega Sahara desert heat over your way, isn't it?
Like down here, like I'm closer to the coast, so it's like that, except add in humidity, so a little bit more
Mhm.
ridiculous.
Okay. So then how hard is it for you guys to shock in an unshockable world these days?
I don't feel that most stuff in this, like, I feel like resonating with someone, or maybe like so like they either relate or react to the material is more of a goal than like say shock at this point. I feel that especially like what's happened in the world and how long stuff like and this things like that, it's very you have to do something outrageous to get like shock across to people. That's not like you almost have to go too far for everyone to be shocked in certain ways. At least
Yeah,
like most of the
absolutely.
stuff I feel like because anything else like a lot of stuff that was shocking in black metal 20 years ago or something or 30 years ago is now just what it is.
Lame.
Yeah,
It's lame, yeah.
it's it's just kind of accepted as like that's what it is, and
Yeah.
there's one thing to be like to step things up and like kind of progress it, but I don't feel like one upping on the shock value is necessarily anything that needs to be done.
Understandable. So if Necrofier were a cult, what would the initiation ceremony be?
Initiation ceremony would probably be something where it'd be like kind of like a rebirth ceremony of something like for off the top of my head to make it simple, like be like you spend the night like in what is it like for I'm trying to figure out something that's not just saying like waking up in a coffin because we're not like some kind of like we're not like a vampire band or anything. uh Man, that's a good question, but I'm trying to figure it out. What's better? Let's go with like fire walking or something would be more along the lines of like some kind of like it's like a it's not something that would kill you or anything like that, but it's like a test of like moving through things to like the to the next.
So your band has always balanced melody with malice. On this album, which side won the fight?
I think Malice wanted a little more on this one, but Melodies but it was like I would say it was a close fight. It wasn't like Malice knocked out Melody on this record because Melody's throughout the whole entire record, but we definitely stepped the Malice up more than on previous records. I would say Melody for sure was winning.
Amazing. So what's the mission statement for the tour that's coming up? Conversion, destruction, or glorious spiritual corruption?
Probably glorious spiritual corruption. I would say fits that one the best.
Uh,
Um, but I mean, all those things fit it, so it's not. I feel like it could go any direction depending on the day. I feel like it depends on
mhm.
how everything goes.
So when you're playing live, have you got like a set list already? And I mean, is it gonna be like most of the new album tracks being played live, or do you intend to really mix it up?
We'll probably end up mixing it up where it'll probably be. We'll start off with probably like half the set will be new material, depending on how things go. And this maybe add some more in there and change it around, just to kind of see what feels right live.
Okay. Can you tell us
Because
then
that's
what's
kind of
the
what we usually do. It's like certain songs, like we play them and see how like how they go with us and how they come out and like along with the other songs to get like a proper set to list together. It's not necessarily has to be uh it just needs to be cohesive throughout the records, but predominantly I'd say dominated by like the newer album.
what's the most black metal habit then that you have?
And then I have a tiny chihuahua, me and my wife. There you go.
Can you tell us why we should check out Transcend into Oblivion?
The record mixes like melody and malice, like you were talking about, but I feel like we stepped up this record a lot from previous ones. We added a lot more. There's a lot more synthesizers and atmosphere mixed in with what we were doing before, and we also also lead into it a little heavier. So um, all in all, I feel like it's a bit, and it's a big piece of like it's an album and not just say a couple songs that people like and things like that. So it's more of an experience to like listen to the whole thing than it is just to pop it on and be like, oh, this song was cool. Culture currently, which is probably the complete opposite of what you should do, but because everything seems to be about like a song or a single or some nonsense like that. But like albums are important and like it goes into it. Otherwise, we just drop singles all the day long like a pop or something like that. So
Yeah, understandable. Will there be any more video releases or single releases from this album this year?
everything's out now, and then
Yeah.
like the last video came out yesterday. So we're all good for everything else is out on that. If we do anything else, I'm not sure, but currently there's no plans for it.
What's the responses been like to the video released yesterday,
Videos have
please?
been good. Like we went to we used one guy we used before and we used two new ones, and I feel like they all kind of go together without going together. Like
Right.
without looking like it's like different variations of it within different directors, and I feel they all turned out really good.
Amazing. All right, so last six questions, right?
Okay.
Would you rather play out a sold out arena or a tiny bar where the crowd is absolutely crazy?
Probably the tiny bar. I mean, like the don't get me wrong, playing some giant arena is nice, but I feel like the connection and maybe things like that isn't there like it is in a small club.
If you could steal one song from another band's catalog and claim it as your own, which one would you choose?
I don't even know. I mean, there's too many. Like, I don't know if like I want to actually steal anybody's material, but we've covered stuff like Venom or like things in that range would be nice. But like I don't know if I'm going to steal anybody's song.
Okay, cool answer. If you were a musical instrument, what would you be?
This is tough. I mean, the obvious answer would be like guitar or synthesizer, because those are the two instruments I play the most. But let's go with one of those. Yeah.
Cool. Um, if there was like a totally made up song about your personality, what would it be called?
I don't know. Pass on this one.
Class. Do you prefer wearing a leather jacket or spandex trousers?
Leather.
Okay. And the final one, which is really sort of obvious, are you guys saints or sinners?
For sure, sinners.
Of course. All right, mate. I want to thank you so much for your time today and an awesome album. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners?
Check out the new record. If you like the old stuff, I feel like you'll like this one. If you didn't like the old stuff, I feel like you'll like this one too. And we'll be over in Europe sometime later this year, so hopefully see you.